Hello and welcome back. I'm bbballjo, and this is Railroader, and it's really loud in the cockpit as usual, and that is because we have a lot to do today. I am hoping to take a ginormous job to Ela, get our second locomotive running, and hopefully get all the switching done in a way that everyone can be happy about, so let's see how that goes. As you can see, we're still playing this game. It's actually sticking with me. As you can see stuff now because the HUD is, well, usable for everyone, which is great. That was an update from this morning. So the developers are absolutely trying to get their stuff ready before the real launch, which is awesome. And we're all going to profit from that, hopefully. Well, profit as in, like, we're going to have fun. Let's get a little slower here. Let's get that thing associated with our locomotive. That's excellent, and just keep pushing because our locomotive that's in repair is at 100% condition. Our coal cart is still sitting here, and we have to make that one actually do the thing. So we're going to go, let's turn this one off actually. We're going to go drop off the coal hopper right here. Then we're going to pick up our new locomotive. Then we're going to hook everything up. The new locomotive could potentially be too close apparently. The two locomotive could potentially be our new passenger train. I haven't fully decided on that one yet, but with two locomotives we can do a lot more stuff. But right now we have to go to Ela because we want to do our first milestone, and our first milestone is going to be repairing the Ela bridge that we have to make it to first. Are you gonna make it? Turn it around? Very good. So reverse U should get you right into there. That looks good. This one is still set all the way, and yeah, this locomotive is currently ready to go, but I believe if we check it out, no, you can actually stay there. If we check it out, it's completely empty, so there's no way that thing can even be powered on, which is totally fine. We just have to figure it out, and we will, not a problem. But first, let's get our locomotive or our hopper to the right place, and honestly, part of this game is the switching and all this maneuvering and doing these things the way they've been going. And I don't want to skimp out on everything, you know? Let's go forward 20 because that will be fun. No, it's just the game sticks with me. This whole career mode, this whole career progression is honestly really fun. And I love the option to do everything first person right here if we wanted to, and we can do this one. Let's see here. Let's hang on to the whistle. That you can do that is pretty cool. It's totally minor, I'm sure, for many people, but to me it's just like one of those, yeah, that's good stuff. And look at this AI actually doing the thing it's supposed to do, stopping right on that block. That's beautiful. Couldn't have done it better myself, which is why the AI is doing all of this stuff. And life should be pretty good. Now the AI is going to take us back here. And yeah, just acknowledging that I told it to do something. What else do you need, right? Just make it do some choo-choo sounds, and life should be pretty good. We're going off onto the TFR2, which is perfect. That's exactly where we want to go. And then we're going to just start refueling because that's what we need. And once we have that, well, not just once we have that, I will start taking out another job because it's about that time. But maybe should I take two locomotives out to, are you going to be connected there? Yes, very good. I wonder if I should take two locomotives out to to Ela, because maybe it will speed us up a little bit. I don't know. I'm expecting to have a relatively long train going. Is it set to forward? Yes, the locomotive is just really heavy. So let's look at the milestones, because there's something that I haven't done yet. Start this phase. We get a little bit of money off because apparently you have a good reputation. They will think about that twice before they let us do that again. But yeah, let's start this phase, which tomorrow we should see a lot of more wagons just parked there, and I can see that I didn't tell our trains, sorry, I didn't switch the switches. So reverse, back a few, and then we can make that one work. But this is what happens when I play. I always get distracted by all the other things, because I found a couple more things out. There is the sawmill, which I'm not sure that we're going to do anything today, but the sawmill's right here, and there's some wagons parked right there. We haven't done anything with that yet, but I think it will be pretty cool to get that tackled too. And as far as I care, The second train can probably just stay here, and then we should be able to do exactly that. But those are all things that everyone can just decide and do however they want to do it, and that's totally fine. We have a couple more other contracts that are still on. It's going to expire soon, but so far we have everything delivered the way it was supposed to be. We are done with our workers, so I don't think we need to keep them around anymore. Maybe they give us a little bit of extra reputation, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't want to mess with that, so we're just going to go here. Yeah, let's hit the brakes. Let's go to manual. And make sure that we can actually get our water refueled first, and then we're going to do some coal for the other one. This is going to take just a second if I don't overrun this as usual. Well, it took me a little longer, but I finally got it figured out. We are going to do a double header. They're going to work together and do their chuffing, just like I would like them to do that. And yeah, we're just going to go all the way to our train. Or consist, or manifest. I guess manifest is the right word. And it's long. There's this one that's still sitting here. The Ela House would have liked to see this one yesterday. However, I skipped ahead one more day, just because we were already a little behind, but that should be quite okay. Let's release the brake on a couple of these. Let's see. Now you can actually see that little icon for the brake indications, which is super, but that looks like that worked just okay. These guys are currently parked here. I don't want you to park there. I would like you to actually move backwards just a little more so we can actually start moving. But I do like this. You actually, and I don't fully understand this, so please, 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 someone explain this to me 12 times, and then eventually the 15th time, I will understand it. But I have to set cutout and multiple units on the loco that's behind it, and then it's kind of working. It wasn't working before. It was like a brick. And something that's a little bit confusing is you always select one, and there's only one over here. This is a TFR3, which is the front one right now. But I am set on a TFR2, which is the back one. So if I set select here, everything is kind of flipped around, and it's very confusing. Can I tell this one to do something? I honestly don't know. I'll tell you to reverse and go 2 back, and let's see if you do a thing. It's chuffing at me. It's just like, no, they're fighting. They're not doing quite what I want them to do. So let's select this guy, yard, go backwards, just like one whole carload should be enough. And yeah, hopefully it's going to move. Very good. Handbrake is on this one. Release that guy, please. And thank you. Now we can actually move. Beautiful. So let's get everything connected. This is a very long train, which is just code for we have to make sure, well, didn't go far enough back. We have to make, it's doing funny things. We do have to make sure that we actually are fully connected. Come on, just a little more, which is this one. And then this one also. That looks good. Let's get on the road. Let's go forward that way. And let's get our guys actually moving. Would it be cool if I would have set this up in a way that would just go, one forward, one backwards? Yeah, maybe. But that's okay. Part of me thinks these two locos look very much the same, but this is the Mogul, and this is the 10-wheeler. And the main difference that I've seen so far, and I'm sorry for being blind or anything like that, there's a little bit of difference in the cab, that's what it's called. There's a little difference on the side, obviously, but the big difference that I saw is this one holds 5 tons of coal and 4 tons of water, and this one only 3 and 3.5. Or 3 and 4. So there is a slight difference, but look at them chuffing. We're coming to our first little problem, which is totally fine. We are probably not going to run past this, but the problem is we have this car here, which is why my reputation actually went down back to 70, I think. This guy would like to get to Whittier interchange, which is over here. I should have parked them there a long time ago. I really don't want to mess with all of that. We could get rid of our double header right now, but no, that doesn't really sound fun. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to, we are fouling the line right now, just in case you're wondering. But what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect this guy, move forward a little bit. Let's see, I will need to talk to you. Orders, no, we can actually do manual. Turn the bell off, please. That was the wrong one. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, bell off. Good. Forward, please. No brakes, and move a little bit, because all we're going to do is this stencil manufacturing one has to go up there, and I'm pretty sure that we can fit 2 wagons next to each other to make this work. Something that's a little unfortunate is I would like to get my passenger car also out to Ela again, just like we did last time. It will be at the end of the relatively long consist for what we're dealing with here, which will be pretty cool. But we do have to go a very far way out and then back in to make that one actually work. So that's going to take us just a tiny bit longer than what I would like. But then again, if you like driving trains, this is probably not a thing that you're sad about. So let's just make sure that we actually stop here, make you go back, hit the reverser. Very good. No brakes, no brakes. Go a little bit, and then, yeah, I'm hoping that tomorrow, you have to hit the switch really exactly, I'm hoping that tomorrow, aka sleeping, both of these wagons would like to go to Whittier interchange, and then we could do exactly what we want to do. But we'll just have to wait for that a little bit. So this guy, I would like to push all the way into that wagon, and for that, I think we're going to use this reverse 10, 20 wagons maybe. I'm looking here for the status of what we can actually reach there, and currently it's just like, no, there's nothing in range yet. There we go. ACL 42855, that is this one. Perfect. So all I want you to do is couple onto that, and then we should be in a pretty good spot. It's really nice to be able to do all of this, because there's also a little flare here. So when we're actually backing up into this passenger car, we should be able to get in there with some flair and pizzazz and not too fast. So let's make sure that this thing is actually coupling on the thing that we want it to couple to. You're doing great, AI, and this is already not orange anymore, so it's actually okay. Stop there. That looks good. Disconnect this guy. We got paid for that one. 69 bucks. That is what we needed to see. And then we're going to turn around. Yes, and this is... Oh, let's go 20 forward. We are moving this one, of course, the Ela House ER1, because... Well, it's an old job. It's an old thing that we were supposed to do a while ago. We just didn't get to it yesterday, so now we're going to get to it. There is part of me that says we could leave one of our engines here and tell the engine to be the passenger car going forward, but no, today we're going to do one long consist and go out to Ela again, and once Ela is repaired, we can expect, there's Ela, that this thing gets repaired, and we get to Walker and Bryson. Bryson is a really big yard with a lot of stuff going on, so I'm kind of very excited about that, to be honest. And once we can get there, maybe bigger things will happen, because, you know, every time I play, and I'm almost at 5 hours now, I always find out something new. For example, I now know where to purchase vehicles. And what vehicles can we purchase? Good question. We press here. These are all our trains. There are some diesels, there are some coaches, there's a lot of stuff that we can buy. It's not everything. In sandbox mode, you have a little more available, but I think it's pretty cool that all of that is already a thing that we can play with. So at some point, we're definitely going to get to that. Not today. We don't have any money for this, but it is going to be something that's definitely going to be in our near future if we play this career for that long. And I'm also excited to see what the devs are going to make with the full release and what that's going to look like in terms of really everything. Let's make sure that we actually get to the end here. That looks good. And once you actually couple that, we're just going to jump to getting to the passenger station. Sorry, the passenger car. Yes, that's the word. Okay, you're doing great, buddy. Well, We are connected, and I'm excited to say that this thing takes a very, very, very long time to actually get moving, but look how long this thing is. I think it was a good decision to go with the double header here, because this thing is just not moving quickly. it's it's like a train that is taking some time to get moving, but once it's moving, it's like stopping a freight train. I mean, how cool is that? Chuff, chuff, chuff. Yeah, doubleheader is definitely the way to go. I am very, very happy about this. Thank you for talking me into that. Look at this humongous train. This is great. Well, surprisingly, everything was weirdly uneventful. We're coming up on the station here in just a second, and then we can go crazy on whatever we need to do, which I'm excited about. Did we close this? Yeah, everything is closed. Cool. So we wasted a little bit of water here and a little bit of coal, a lot less coal here. So for some reason, a 10-wheeler is using a lot more power to, well, I don't know. It's needing a lot more to do the same thing as the little guy over here. So whatever that means is totally fine. I would guess we probably don't want to pull the big train into the siding here. We actually want to stay here, and then we're just going to push this car wherever it needs to go. We are trying to slow down here, but not too much. And I would like to know where ER1 is going to be. It's that one. That's perfect. How do I even run around you? That's gonna make things a little more awkward, I think. But, well, that's part of the puzzle here. What I really need to do is probably push everything back, then run around that that car, and then make some concessions. But we'll see. This is the whole puzzle. I mean, it took me long enough to get to this point. Let's make this actually work. Let's make sure that we don't overshoot the target here. Yep. I can see that all the cylinders are really full. That was just me overreacting as usual, but it's fine. It's totally fine. Everything is fine. I should probably look while I get rid of passengers here where I can actually turn around the whole train, because now the other thing that I could have done is just put that single wagon in front and left everything else alone. But I feel like there needs to be... I don't know. I will figure it out. Trust me, I will figure it out, and there will be ways that make good enough sense to do something. I think right now I'm just going to run around the whole box car all the way back to the passenger car once I unhook this, and then I'm going to push the rest of the wagons into their final destination. I think that's what we're going to do. Let's talk to this guy, tell it that we're going to go to Whittier next, but we will disconnect all of this. Thank you. And yeah, let's see here. At the very least, we have to get on here. But where is that? The Ela Bridge. The Ela Bridge is over here. How about we tell our friend to make it all the way there? That's the wrong car that we're connected to right now. Let's go talk to this guy. You orders. Just go forward. You don't have to go very fast. I just have to need you to get there. Okay. So let's assume that one is fine. We're going to need to push stuff onto the bridge, and we're probably going to just push it close to here is my guess for right now. So yeah, we definitely have to push that in the other way, otherwise we're never going to get there. So definitely have to run around these 15 wagons that we currently have parked there. So let's make sure that all of them make it into the siding. Once they are, we can decouple, run all the way to the front. There was a slight slope. We could use the slope, but that would mean we have a runaway train effectively that we may not be able to control afterwards. So we're just going to see how that will play out. But yes, this is what we're going to do right now. Again, this guy wants to go somewhere a little different. Let's go here, get the cocks out, the glad hands, coupler, then let's go forward all the way around there. I think I put a flare here. That is no longer needed, but we will be fine. Thank you. $59 for 60 fares. Was someone mad at me that I didn't make it? They should all pay me $1, not just 69. Oh well. I do like this. These are still sitting here, but at some point they will create a job that I need to do something with, and well, the game does tell me all the actions that are happening, so that's pretty nice. I just have to actually pay attention to it, otherwise it's clearly my fault when I don't see that something was happening. Okay, we're coming up here pretty soon. I think right there should be good. Set the brakes and run around this thing. Okay. Wow. Having two locomotives actually drive just one car seems to go a lot faster than one expects, but that's totally fine. So now we're just going to back this up all the way to the passenger car. I could push that wagon in here, but it's not going to help me because I have to be able to back up into there, probably just with a single loco, and then push it into this spot. But we'll do that probably after we drop off all the wagons that we currently are pushing somewhere. Should I push? No. But I could leave. Okay, I like this. Sorry, I'm making half sentences there. But what I think we're going to do... How fast are we going? 24. Very nice. Let's roll for a little bit, and then I'll let you... I'll switch over to your work here. But yeah, I can just leave that wagon once I start pushing this one out on this track, on this siding, and that would make my life a lot easier later on. Let's keep pushing. Yep, you're doing great. You can probably... What are you doing? You're just slowing down. That's fine. There's TFR. Just a clearance. There we go. Just want you to get close enough to do this thing, and I think you're doing an excellent job. Yes, you can do all of this first person if you really wanted to, but this is what we're doing right now. Hope you're okay with that. Okay. We need enough room for both locomotives to actually clear this. Yep, nice and slow. We are still on the switch, so we're not quite there yet. Let's go 2 more lengths. 2 more lengths should be enough. Can you move? Oh, we're not actually connected, which means... Is your brake on? Yeah, this brake is technically on. I think I just left it in earlier. We could release the pressure. I could have done that, but no, I guess this is what we're doing right now. Yeah, push a little bit, push a little more, push a little more. We need the passenger car actually stand in front of the station, otherwise nobody's going to get on, etc., etc. Okay, forward. Move a couple forward. Actually, just move 2 forward. Clicking all the buttons here, as usual. Probably manual's not going to be bad for this. Let's get us forward a little bit while you turn the brake off. Okay, there you go. You're doing great, guys. Super great. Okay. I am very convinced that this is probably not a standard operation, but I am still okay with it. So stop you, couple here, then we go forward again, hook up to our actual train. We do want to make sure that we get the actual, like an actual connection in here, and then we're just going to decouple the other guy. Okay, that should be fast enough to just get connected. A little more, little more, little more. There you go. And that train had all the brakes on. That was probably a much less pleasant experience than it should have been. All right. This is downhill, so this should mean everything is a little easier going this way. And look at that thing just pushing. It's like, I got this! I got this! Yeah, you're doing great. Let's go down a little bit here because we actually want to speed up a little bit. Not sure why this one is deciding that it doesn't want to do anything. Maybe the pushing behavior is a little different than the pulling behavior. But that's okay. We'll just allow that for right now and move on. Move on with our lives. How's it going here? Whoa. I think we're okay with that. I would like to get to the end of the train. Nope. The other end, please. And get rid of this. Making this really hard. There we go. Got it. Okay. And then let's talk to this guy. No, I want this car. There we go. Handbrake is released and cylinder is empty, brake line is full, which means not doing what I wanted it to do. There you go. Now we can talk to our trains again, our actual train. Let's do some road work, go 30. Don't have to go much faster than that. And then we should be able to get to our actual destination, which feels like it's a little simpler than I expected, but I'm also very, 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 very okay with that. Why are you thinking about stopping here? Why did you hit brakes so hard? Stop switched aligned against us. Thank you very much. Yes, I did forget that. You could have just pushed through there. Everything would have been fine, I promise. There's no risk here at all. Okay, can you make it? I mean, there's nothing else to go to, and there are 3 phases that we have to complete to get out to that drop-off. Yes, I can see the yellow right here. That's good. And if I look at our locations, there's the Ella Bridge site. If I click on that and hover over this, that's the whole length of the bridge, so it should just be fine. I would expect that after I leave it here for a day, all those wagons may have to be returned again to their sender, and that would be a pretty cool small action too, but that should be fine. Yeah. Go nice forward. That looks great. We will just run around this guy, then hook up to all the things that we need. The passenger car is hopefully full by the time we do our next trick, but let's see here, 33 out of 60. That's nice, but yeah, I don't think we have anything else yet. No extra passengers. A lot of freight cars that we just have parked there, but yeah, this is fine. So we're gonna go over here, hook up to this, push it out of the way again, woohoo, and then hook up to this in the front, push back again, or, well, no, we can push all the way through, come all the way back here, then slide in there, go back here, seesaw, push into the passenger, and then we're gonna go all the way home. Yeah, that's gonna be nice and easy. Looks like our trains are just about done with everything that they need to do here, and I'm pretty certain it is end of track, it already knows. So he's just gonna slow down relatively soon, and then we can move on back, which is great. Please slow down. There it is. That's the break that I wanted to hear. Perfect. Okay, they're here. I'm going to tell this one to just apply its brake, this one as well, because it looks like we're on a slight slope here. So don't want to be crazy. Disconnect that. And yeah, just time to go backwards now. We have this one selected. Very good. Orders, reverse, road. That looks good. We just have to still go around this whole thing and then connect to a passenger. All right, getting close. This is all going to be worth it. Trust me. It's totally cool, totally fun. We could even disconnect both locos. If you know what I mean. I mean, we don't need 2 locos to push one train. And honestly, there may be... No, we should fit 2 locos and the wagon that we have sitting there just fine. But yeah, at some point, this, the TFR2, is going to be our passenger train. I think, I don't know which one is stronger. I can probably find out. But for right now, that should be fine. I think we got lucky because this looks like we should be able to actually leave the passenger car here exactly as is without having to do any more crazy manipulations here. So let's push into that guy. So by that I mean there's enough room here for 2 locomotives to turn around without having to push the passenger car away from the passenger station, which would have just taken a little extra work. But okay, let's get into this. Status 20, there's the LN 4348. Perfect. Connect to that one. We're going to run around. Let's speed this up. Well, everything worked really well so far. So here's one maneuver that I want to do. I already disconnected these guys, so I'm gonna get the coupler out. That's important because yeah, oh, interesting. That loco's just like, no, what did you do? Let's turn the multiple unit off because that's important. We are not fully connected to that wagon, but honestly, that shouldn't make a huge difference. I just want to make sure that all the way down here, this is set to the right thing. But yeah, either loco just derailed or, well, it just stopped. That's what the game wants you to do if you do that maneuver that I just pulled. But we're just going to set this up so, and it should already stop at the flare, so that's good. Our loco that we have sitting, no, that's the other one. Interesting. Where is... I'm so confused. That loco is going a lot slower than this one, but that is fine because I wanted a little gap in between this so I can get the one loco back to Whittier. Actually, we could go to Wenzel, to the Wenzel factory and get those two wagons that are parked there right now. But anyways, we have to, on the switch, we have to go opposite directions with both of them. But looks like things are doing just fine. I'm not sure how we got a gap that is that big in between them, but I'm glad that we did because it's kind of what we wanted. Let's talk to this guy. You are currently heading on track, but there will be a fuse at the very end of that, so life should be good. Yeah, this is... I don't know. This game is very intriguing, and I would like to go through a career mode with you guys if that is something that you want to see or appreciate. We have 2 videos now that show you exactly what's going on, and the game is going to come out in probably, hopefully, a week, assuming that Steam and everything works out, which... Hey, when does stuff ever work out the right way? So we're just going to have to be a little patient on that one. But yeah, this game is fun. And if you want to see more of it, because trainer logistics and puzzles and career mode is a really, really nice aspect. And I can totally get more of that if you don't mind. So there he comes. He has 43 passengers. We're not going to get any more than that. So... once you pass the switch, I can switch over and we'll make it all the way into our normal exchange. That should be good enough. There you go. Other train is heading our way. It's right there. That is the that's just the tender. It's not the actual locomotive. That's unfortunate. There's the guy that actually won it. But yeah, I'm not really sure why this one is just why there was this big gap in between them, but hey, whatever. It's fine. Let's follow you. You're going over here. You're on automatic, so you shouldn't be derailing or anything like that, which is great. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time, and we'll just see what happens.